Detroit is in the middle of a massive transformation from billion-dollar towers to international bridges. Here are 5 developments changing the Motor City right now. All right, number 1 on the list, because it's probably gonna be done the soonest, and that's gonna be the Hudson Tower. This bad boy is gonna be a new icon on Woodward Street. It's almost done. I mean, you can see the outside and it looks gorgeous. It's slated to be open later this year, around fall 2025 is when we're reading this, we're making this video. So it's a $1.4 billion mixed-use skyscraper. A little bit of the history, the old Hudson's kind of, not saying a general store, but it was kind of like a general store, but it was huge. Like the first Walmart type place that was here. And so it used to be in that same spot. Obviously not there anymore. They demolished what was there and then rebuilt it and rebranded it as Hudson's Place. This bad boy is gonna be about 685 feet tall, from the second tallest building in all of Michigan. I've talked a little bit more in depth about it in another video, so check that one out after this if we want to deep dive into the Hudson. A couple cool things that'll be heading there is that GM is going to be moving their offices over to the Hudson Place, moving from the Renaissance Center, which is actually the tallest building in Michigan, moving from there and then bringing it over to the Hudson just to get some shiny new digs. What else is going to be there besides GM? It's going to be a 5-star hotel. I think it's gonna be our first 5-star hotel in the city for sure. So that's gonna be great. It's gonna be about 100 condos that are being built there. Luxury condos, might I add, because the price points won't be small, that's for sure. What else is going in there? It's gonna be retail. So you're gonna have like some of these like yoga stores or like Aloe, which is really a popular clothing brand. Similar to the kind of shirts I got. You probably see the people with the ALO on their hats. Yeah, that's the clothing brand. That's gonna be having its first store in Michigan opening up at the Hudson Place. So that's gonna be exciting for a lot of people, especially our Birmingham peeps. And then it's gonna be an event space. It's called The Department. It's gonna be about 56,000 square feet. And that's gonna be a huge event space that's opening up here as well. All in all, man, it's gonna be a ton of new stuff opening up in there. And this is a fraction of it. Huge opportunity for the city, and it's gonna look good. I mean, it already does. I've been down there, you walk past it, you'll see this big shiny glass building. Yeah, that's it. All right, what's next on the list? So number 2. It's gonna be the Gordy How Bridge. Now, I'm pretty excited about this one because I found out some cool stuff that I didn't know about this one. So this one is also slated to be opening in fall of 2025, and they're almost complete for sure on this one because you can't really be half-ass complete on a bridge, that's for sure. This bridge is gonna be 1.5 miles long, it's cable bound, and it's also gonna have a pedestrian side of it. So you can either bike through it, you can walk through it, or, you know, of course, drive back and forth. But that's really exciting because I never thought about actually walking to Canada. We've always had the tunnel and we always had the traditional bridge, which you couldn't walk on. But this one having a pedestrian access, you know, part that you can walk through, that's gonna be really cool. Now, I don't know, because I kind of a version of heights, if I'll actually make it to walk across, but who knows, we'll see. Now that I think about it, I'm a little less excited. Tell me down in the comments, would you walk across this bridge? What's also cool about it is gonna be connecting like the trailways, like the Lewis Greenway, the Iron Bell, I believe it's called, trail that's in Canada, and then also the Trans-Canada Trail as well. What it really was designed for is to help, you know, with the traffic that's been going over across our bridges and our tunnels, because we do a lot of international trade with Canada. Is expected to have about 26,000 cars a day go through this bad boy. So it's definitely going to alleviate some of that congestion and help people to, you know, have trade and go back and forth between the two countries pretty efficiently. Thinking about relocating to Detroit or Metro Detroit? Well, I got just the thing for you. My team and I have taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide. This is meant to save you hours and hours of research that we had to do to put this thing together. And I've linked it down below. From the best employers to the top hospitals and a boatload of other things that you will need to know before you move here, I've linked it all down below. The best part is this guide is 100% free. It's my gift to you. Yes, 100% free. I said gift. Now, go ahead and click going down below. It'll be in the description or it'll be pinned to the top comment. So go ahead and click that and I hope it helps. All right, next on our list is another one that's slated to be fall of 2025. If you don't know, I said right now these developments are happening, and legit right now they're happening. The third one is going to be the Ralph C. Wilson Centennial Park. This bad boy is going to be a 22-acre park that's going to extend the Detroit Riverwalk to about 5.5 miles. So if you didn't know that, the Detroit Riverwalk is ranked #1 by USA Today, I think it's the 3rd year in a row. So we got a pretty badass Riverwalk here if you didn't know. So definitely come check it out. And by the time that you get here, we should have this Ralph C. Wilson Park done, and it's going to add even more to it. So I think we should be back to back champs here soon. So some cool features about it, it's going to have over 800 trees planted to be able to create this park, which is awesome. I mean, awesome for the ecosystem, right? Another thing is that it's going to have a really cool play garden. So I've already seen it. If you want to look up, they have like these giant bears and stuff like that. So it's going to be an animal themed park for the kids to play with, and like you can like go inside of like the back of a bear and slide through, you know, his body or whatnot. It's like really cool, some of these renderings and some of these ones that are already built up, because I mean, this thing is coming to fruition pretty soon. So that'd be great for the kiddos. Another one is going to be the water garden. So there's going to be like 2.5 acres of, you know, plants and gardens and things like that. And they're also going to have like outdoor classroom to teach you about, you know, watering and gardening and all this such to get your green thumb on. Another one that's close to my heart is you see the rendering. They have this huge pavilion like with basketball courts inside of them. So in the indoor and outdoor sports courts, ones that we've seen definitely have, you know, basketball courts kind of set up like we see on the West Coast sometimes. So that's going to bring a lot of traffic to the area and something for kids to do. I mean, Detroit, you know, pound for pound, we got some of the best ball players in the country. And that's going to be called the Sport House. And lastly, we're going to have a, you know, entertainment, kind of like a stage. It's hosted or sponsored by DTE. It's going to be the DTE Foundation Lawn or Hill. And so it's going to be a huge open green space, kind of like a stage built out as well, to have like the outside concerts and shows and performances take place right here, where people can just get out there and sit on the lawn and, you know, listen to upcoming artists or upcoming singer or whatnot, that, you know, because hey, we're pretty talented here in the city. And I bet you in the wintertime, when everything kind of freezes over, that hill is definitely going to be used for some sledding. So got stuff for you to do all year round. Hey guys, it's Ed Butler. I love making these videos, but there's only one thing I love more, and that's helping you and your family move and relocate to Detroit from all over the US and sometimes to the other country. I've helped countless families make that move, and so whether you're looking to move here next week, next month, or even next year, feel free to reach out. I love to help. My contact information is right here on the screen or down below, just in case you missed this pop-up, and I look forward to helping you and your family make the move to Detroit. All right, next one up on our list, and that's going to be the Joe Lewis Greenway. Now this one is not getting talked about as much as it really should. Not enough people know that this is actually happening, and this is a plan that's going on for the Detroit's future. So what this is going to be a 39-mile loop around the entire city. It's going to connect pretty much all the neighborhoods, or at least 23 of them, right? So when it's all said and done, you should be able to either bike or walk, if you're up for it, around the entire city, and, you know, be able to get places like the Riverwalk all the way down to, you know, the west side. Like, it's going to be crazy. It's said that once everything's completed, people will live within a 10-minute walk of 40,000 residents. Pretty much going to link places like the Riverwalk to Hamtramck, all the way on over to Dearborn and Highland Park. And what's really cool about this is that it got a ton of federal funding. So Detroit received about $30 million plus in federal funding to make this happen, and it's ongoing. So it's starting to really ramp up, and you can see some of the areas that they're starting to, you know, pave the way for it, because it's gonna be done in phases because it's such a large project. And this goes without saying, greenways often for sure boost property values. So if you're looking for, you know, that next wave, or looking for where your next investment property is, you might want to pay attention to the map of the Joe Lewis Greenway. Now for the question of the day. What's your favorite thing about Detroit or Metro Detroit that's not listed here? Go ahead and drop your answers down below, because I want to hear them, and it might make a video in the future about something that you drop down in the comments. Also, if you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to drop those down below too, or shoot me a DM, text, or call. My information should pop up right here on the screen, and it'll be linked down below as well. Look forward to hearing from you. All right, last but certainly not least, bringing up the rear, it's going to be number 5 on the list, and that's going to be the Henry Ford healthcare expansion. So pretty much Henry Ford, Michigan State, and the Detroit Pistons decided to invest $3.3 billion in the city to one, create a brand new hospital, revamp the old one that's right in the middle of Detroit, create a completely new wing of the hospital and redo the current one as well, keeping both and providing more, access and more, forward access or innovation access to healthcare in the city. It's gonna feature a 20-story hospital with 432 private rooms. It's gonna have a skywalk that connected and across the street to the cancer pavilion. It's gonna be built on the other side of the street from it. It's gonna have 28 ORs or operating rooms if you didn't watch Grey's Anatomy as much as me growing up, and then 5 ICUs. So this thing is gonna be huge. Now, in addition to the hospital, what's MSU getting out of it? They're getting a $335 million research facility that'll be going down there to help and aid in research and development for Michigan State, adding an additional campus for them, a state-of-the-art one for sure, connecting it to the city and not just being in Lansing. And lastly, rounding it out, it's gonna be 600 plus new units of housing. So you're gonna have the whole shebang. You got housing units, you got a research facility for education, and then a brand new hospital. So this project is massive. I mean, what else are you gonna spend $3.3 billion on? And don't forget, 33,000 square feet of retail and community space as well. So this thing is gonna have it all. And so that's why you see all the values around this area starting to go up. The LaSalle Gardens, the Virginia Parks, all of them are going through the roof right now because this is coming. Their literal goal is to make the new center area a new national destination or model for healthcare. In short, in closing, these 5 developments aren't just developments. They're redefining Detroit's infrastructure, skyline, and neighborhoods, and maybe even the future. Detroit is no longer just rebuilding. We're reinventing ourselves and becoming an all-new Detroit for the future. Now, let me know down in the comments which one you're most excited about, and I'll catch you on the next one.